Hey, it's Steve with Prima Coffee here. Today we're going to take a look at Hario's new line of hand grinders. In front of me I've got the new Hario Slim Plus, the Skerton Plus, and the Skerton Pro. Now, you've probably seen these two guys before. They look exactly like their predecessors, the Mini Mill Slim and the Skerton respectively. These are basically just updates on the originals, and they're replacing the originals. So to talk about the Mini Slim Plus here, we have the same overall design. It's nice and compact, it's super lightweight, and it's made for basically grinding 1 or 2 cups at a time. It's also very affordable. We have a pretty small burr set here and a small grinds collecting chamber. This will hold maybe 35 grams of ground coffee. Depending on how fine you go, it could hold up to 40 or 50 if you're grinding quite fine. We have a stepped adjustment down at the bottom here. We just use this little adjustment, clicky wheel, to adjust coarser or finer. This is the same as the Mini Mill Slim that has already been out on the market. Up top we have a hopper which holds about 40 grams of beans, you know, kind of give or take depending on how dense your beans are, as well as a nice little plastic lid to prevent popcorning and to hold everything nice in place. We've also got a handle. This is an improved handle. It's slightly more robust. It has this hex lock that locks right onto the grind shaft. So it's more resistant to stripping, which was one of the complaints of the original Mini Mill Slim. So overall, somewhat minor updates, but still a pretty nice product and pretty affordable as a first hand grinder or something for travel. Moving on to the Skerton. Again, fairly minimal updates. We have a 100-gram hopper or grinds catch down below. We have the same grind adjustment and hopper cover as before. We've got sort of a soft, pliable hopper cover, which you can take right off. Grind adjustment is somewhat different in that you have to remove the handle, and then you have this sort of catch pin here and the adjustment cog. So you turn the cog clockwise or counterclockwise to pick your settings, coarser or finer, and then you lock it in with the pin, put the handle back on, and then screw the nut back in place. So a little bit more involved, not quite as simple as the Mini Mill, but still quite easy to do. And now we also have, it might be difficult to see here, but we also have a stabilizer plate that's been installed to keep the burr shaft from wobbling quite as much as it used to. So once you get to those coarser settings, the way that the shaft is designed, it's a little bit of a pivot at the top, and this plate will help that movement stay more restricted and give you a little bit better coarse grinding performance. Still, again, overall mostly the same. Our hopper up top will hold about 75 grams of beans, so that's the largest capacity of the 3 here. And again, about 100 grams of ground coffee down in the bottom. There's also a cap that is included with the grinder, so you can cap the container and take it with you. You know, take your ground coffee with you if you like. Moving on to the Skerton Pro, we have probably the most robust set of changes here. A fairly different look. It's kind of a blend of features from the Mini Mill and the Skerton. We have the same 100-gram catch bin down below, and we've also taken that stepped adjustment from the Mini Mill and translated it here. So we can just turn this knob left and right, and there's little distinct clicks in between each setting. Up top, we have a hopper that holds about 60 grams. Again, that just sort of depends on the density of your beans, but the lid also kind of acts more as a restriction because it does recess down into the hopper a little bit. We also have a very sturdy cast metal handle here. So again, something that's really going to be resistant to stripping or wear over the lifetime of the grinder. So really a nice, robust handle that's going to really assist you with that heavy grinding, you know, for the lifetime of the grinder. Looking down in, it again might be somewhat difficult to see, but we have a spring helping to stabilize this burr, plus a very long shaft mounting the actual steel drive shaft for the burrs itself. So this is probably the most stable burr grinder of the 3 all throughout its settings. That spring down below helps put tension on the burr and keep it stable and centered as you're grinding coarse or otherwise. So there you are. That's the 3 new hand grinders from Hario. Pretty minimal changes over here, but a very, very nice new product with the Skerton Pro. So really a lot to look forward to moving on with Hario's hand grinder line. Thanks for watching.